Trav, we got to talk about it.
You always start this with, we got to talk about it.
Well, you never want to talk about it. You don't want to talk about it, which I get. You want to keep your private life private.
What makes you think I don't want to talk about it?
Because you want
Obviously,
to keep your private life private. You've been on record as saying you want to keep your private life private.
You're right. I do. But this is not. This is public.
Well, this has been public.
Knowledge.
This is public. So I feel like it's.
This is I can still keep that part private, but this is public.
Hey, I'm going to enjoy with you guys over here.
Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. We've all watched their love story rise from the ashes, haven't we? It was the kind of romance no one saw coming. Who would have thought that Travis's innocent little confession would spark a full-blown relationship? But here we are, and the heat is only rising. But hold on, there's something no one has told you about this couple. What you see on the surface, that's only part of the truth. Everything isn't as clear-cut as it seems. In fact, Travis Kelce hasn't been completely honest with his fans. Behind the sweet Instagram posts and playful interviews, Travis has been carefully curating what you get to see. He's been smart, very smart, about showing only the side of his relationship with Taylor that he wants you to believe. So, what exactly is being hidden? What is the truth behind the picture-perfect love story?
Well, you never want to talk about it. You don't want to talk about it, which I get. You want to keep your private life private.
What makes you think I don't want to talk about it?
Obviously, you want to keep your private life private. You've been on record as saying you want to keep your private life private.
As for the rest, well, that's where things get interesting, because Travis is keeping a lot to himself, especially when it comes to his growing obsession with the pop queen Taylor Swift. Every time someone brings up his future with Taylor, or even hints at their relationship, Travis gets elusive. He'll laugh, crack a joke, or throw out a cheeky smile. And if that doesn't work, he hides behind a blush, dodging the question like a pro. But every now and then, the mask slips, and we catch glimpses of the real Travis. Like that unforgettable moment when a reporter boldly asked him if he was in love with Taylor Swift. His face turned red in a heartbeat, and though he kept it cool on the outside, we all saw it, the truth flickering just beneath the surface. But here's the twist. While Travis might be tight-lipped, not everyone in the Kelce family is so discreet. Enter Jason Kelce, Travis's older brother, football legend, and now the ultimate insider. Let's just say, Jason is not holding anything back. In fact, he's just as fascinated with this high-profile romance as the rest of us. And lucky for us, he's got front row seats to all the drama. Jason's curiosity isn't a secret anymore. And on their podcast, he's been doing what the rest of us wish we could do, grilling Travis, teasing him, and asking exactly the kind of questions we're dying to hear answers to. So while we can't knock on Taylor and Travis's door ourselves, we've got Jason Kelce doing all the digging for us. And from what he's uncovered so far, Travis's obsession with Taylor Swift runs way deeper than anyone imagined.
We're not going to bring up Taylor Swift in this episode. But something tells me she's going to like.
We all think we know how it started. The friendship bracelets, the playful charm, and Travis Kelce casually confessing his crush on Taylor Swift during a podcast with his brother Jason Kelce. But trust me, that was just the tip of the iceberg. Because Travis's obsession with Taylor, it runs much deeper than a cute comment and some handmade jewelry. And guess who's slowly pulling the curtain back on all of it? Yep, Jason Kelce. The older brother, the football veteran, and now the unofficial whistleblower of Travis's secret love life. Jason has been digging into his brother's feelings like a man on a mission, and what he's uncovering is jaw-dropping. It turns out Travis had his heart set on Taylor long before anyone knew. He just didn't have the courage to admit it publicly. But Jason, he wasn't about to let his younger brother stay quiet. And let's be real, this isn't the first time Jason spilled the tea. He's been dropping hints and poking fun at Travis for months, always with a cheeky smile and just enough sarcasm to keep fans guessing. Go back to August 2023, when nobody had the slightest clue that something romantic might be brewing between the NFL star and the global pop icon. It was Jason who first threw shade in the most hilarious way. On one episode of their podcast, Jason slyly referred to a certain singer while grilling Travis. That moment, it opened the door to the now famous bracelet story. But that was only the beginning. Since then, Jason's made it a habit to sneak Taylor Swift references into nearly every conversation, just to rattle Travis a little. At one point, he even teased him about his new mustache, asking, "What does Taylor think about it?" Travis tried to dodge the question, but the grin on his face said it all. Jason Kelce seems hell-bent on embarrassing his baby brother. And fans are loving it. Every time there's a new development in Travis and Taylor's relationship, it's Jason who finds a way to bring it into the spotlight, whether Travis likes it or not.
To see how, Chiefs Kingdom was all excited that she was there, that was absolutely hysterical. And it was definitely a game I'll remember. That's for damn.
And then came the moment that sent the internet into a frenzy. Taylor Swift attending her very first NFL game to cheer on Travis Kelce. It was a massive headline, but for Jason Kelce, it was pure fuel for his next podcast episode. The very next time they sat down behind the mic, Jason didn't hold back. He asked all the juicy, behind-the-scenes details, every little thing fans were dying to know. And Travis? Oh, he was glowing, love-struck, giddy, and completely over the moon. You could hear it in his voice. This wasn't just a casual fling anymore. He spoke about Taylor with so much admiration, so much pride, it was impossible to miss the sparkle in his tone. From the way he described her cheering in the stands to how she blended in with his family, it was clear. Travis Kelce was falling hard and fast.
I just thought it was awesome how everybody in the suite had nothing but great things to say about her. The friends and family. She looked amazing. Everybody was talking about her in great.
Travis wasn't just smitten. He was captivated by Taylor's presence. He couldn't stop gushing about her energy, her confidence, and how fearless she was for stepping into his world so publicly. He even thanked her for being so bold, for showing up, cheering him on, and embracing the NFL spotlight like she was born for it. But while Travis kept trying to stay composed, Jason Kelce wasn't letting anything slide. He kept pressing, again and again, trying to dig out every hidden detail of his brother's love life. Whether it was casual questions about their dates, cheeky mentions of after parties, or sly remarks dropped mid-conversation, Jason was clearly on a mission to spill the tea. And even when Travis tried to dodge or play it cool with vague, polished responses, Jason always knew there was more to the story. Like in one particular October episode, Jason asked an innocent-sounding question about Travis's weekend. But everyone knew what he was really getting at. Travis had just spent the weekend with Taylor, and not just anywhere, but at Saturday. Night Live. That's when Travis, smiling ear to ear, started sharing bits about their little getaway. And let's be honest, he had a blast, doesn't even begin to cover it. He was glowing. The way he spoke about Taylor's charm, her wit, and how effortlessly she connected with everyone around her, you could tell this wasn't just admiration. Travis was genuinely in awe of her.
Oh, Dad. Like I know, Dad. This is a terrifying conversation. I felt terrible for Taylor for being in there.
And if there was ever any doubt about how deeply Travis had fallen, the look in his eyes said it all. Every time he mentioned Taylor, there was a certain glow, a spark that gave everything away. This wasn't just a crush anymore. Travis Kelce was head over heels. During one of their podcast chats, the Kelce brothers even dove into how the families were reacting to all the buzz around the couple. That's when Jason, with his signature grin, dropped another golden nugget. Taylor had actually spoken with their dad, Ed Kelce. Now, that moment, it had comedy written all over it. Jason and Travis couldn't help but joke about how awkward that conversation must have been for Taylor. Not in a mocking way, of course, but in that typical big brother, little brother banter that fans have come to love. According to them, their dad Ed is not the easiest guy to impress. He's a straight shooter, old school, and kind of a tough nut to crack. So the idea of Taylor Swift, global superstar, nervously chatting with Papa Kelce, yeah, they had some laughs over that one.
I'm not gonna lie, I gave Kylie a heads up. The moment we got into the suite, I said, I'm taking my shirt off and I'm jumping out of that suite. And she said, Jason, don't you dare. I was like, hey, just letting you know what's happening. I'm not asking for permission. I'm doing this.
Once a Kelce man's determined, there's no stopping him.
And she was already telling me to be on my best behavior because we were meeting Taylor.
This is hilarious.
I was like, Kylie, when I met you, the first day I met you, I was blacked out drunk and fell asleep at the bar. This is part of the charm. This is part of the Jason Kelce charm.
If there was one thing the Kelce brothers agreed on, it was this. When it came to winning over the parents, Taylor Swift was absolutely killing it. In fact, Travis and Jason weren't even the least bit worried about how their mother, Donna, Kelce, would react to Taylor. Why? Because Donna's always been the cool Kelce parent, easygoing, warm, and someone who gets along with just about everyone. As expected, she and Taylor hit it off instantly. But what really caught fans' attention was how Taylor managed to impress both parents. Even Ed Kelce, the tough, hard-to-please dad, was clearly taken with her charm. From awkward laughs to genuine admiration, it was obvious Taylor left her mark. And then came the most unexpected twist in this story. Travis didn't just win over Taylor's family, he somehow managed to flip her father, Scott Swift, too. Now, if you know anything about Scott Swift, you'll know he was once a die-hard Philadelphia Eagles fan. But that loyalty didn't stand a chance against Travis's charisma. Jason Kelce playfully revealed that Travis had switched Scott's allegiance. The man who once bled green was now cheering on the Kansas City Chiefs like he'd been doing it for years. That's the power of the Kelce charm. And Travis? He was clearly using it to full effect. But not everyone was thrilled with this high-profile romance.